Let's go.
The weight of the world was lifted off his shoulders, and I thought more than anything that scarf that he was wearing, you don't wear that scarf unless you had a great fourth quarter and brought your team back to win.
Something a lot of people would like to forget, but unfortunately you can't. That Bears loss. We're here with Dan Katz. He's a sports blogger from Barstool Sports. And Dan, I saw your tweet yesterday. You said that maybe you should just go on Fox tomorrow and cry for three straight minutes.
I was going to say, just sit here and cry in front of the audience for 3 minutes, but I guess we can talk about this game instead.
Yeah. And were you completely surprised that they just pounded them the way they did?
We've seen this defense all year long. This is how they've played. Basically looked like it was on an easy level of Madden, up and down the field all night.
Not going to get a Ditka type in terms of the fiery coach, but I would definitely say that bringing back the mustache would be a good move. I think everyone should bring back a mustache. I'm going to bring back mine soon. So every coach, you look at the coach who's had the most success. Quinville, he's got a mustache. That's the way you win in Chicago.
Yeah, way to break that down.
This game was a train wreck from the start. The defense, we've been waiting all year, and I've been saying this to you, that the defense has played well, but we're waiting for the one game where it all kind of unravels, and this is what happened.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was basically playing a video game against the Bears defense yesterday.
Yeah, guys just have on their roster.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest point with John Fox is he comes in and he gets immediate respect. He's been a coach in the National Football League for 13 years. He's had success. He's had winning teams.
Do you start looking at the coaching staff as well at this?
You have to. The Bears, 8 games this season, 4 out of 8 of them, they have been down 10 points or more at halftime. That's bad coaching. That's slow starts. That's bad coaching. So everyone's, Phil Emery's talking to the media today at 12:30. Everyone's getting a blame here from top to bottom.
Yeah.
I would say, 7 or 9 is probably realistic. And then you see Lamar Houston yesterday, too, which kind of added insult to injury.
Garoppolo being rushed. Oh, down he goes, first sack of the game. Lamar Houston. But Lamar, not smart.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, and the worst part is Stephen Tulloch from the Lions has already done that this year. He did the exact same sack dance, tore his ACL. Lamar Houston, you're down 25 points and you're celebrating a sack against the backup quarterback. That was the embarrassment to add on to all the embarrassments yesterday. And now I want to cry again.
I was going to say, right now you're like a karate man, but it's reversed. You're crying on the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Dan Katz, hey, let's hope something happens where you talk some more positively. Again, hope being the key word. Appreciate your insight, man.
Bulls on Wednesday night.
Yeah, there you go. That's the best way to think about the Bears. Start talking about the Bulls. All right.
It's an actual concern, absolutely. I mean, 3-4 is not where everyone thought this team would be going into the season. Like Brandon Marshall said, unacceptable. And that's the bottom line. The 3-4 is unacceptable. 0-3 at home is unacceptable. This offense has been unacceptable.
Yeah.
Because
Real quickly, not a lot of reasons for people to feel great about what's coming for the Bears. They got the Patriots next week, then the Packers in 2 weeks. Give me one reason why fans should think they can beat both, if not one of those teams.
The Bears can't defend the read option. Tom Brady can't run the read option. That's the only thing I can say. But we've said this all year. Every time the Bears, we think that they're going to win a game, they lose. And every time we think they're going to lose a game, they win. So who knows?
Yeah, we're going to find a lot out in these next 2 weeks. Dan Katz, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Let's hope next weekend we have a little something better to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sick of unacceptable.
Over.
He looked great. That was one of his most complete games in a Bears uniform. 380 yards, which was actually his most since 2009.
Second most in his career.
Second most in his career. That is a sigh of relief game. Falcons aren't great, but you never apologize for wins in the National Football League, especially on the road. And the bye week's coming up. You got Miami and then New England. Try to win at least one of those. Maybe go 2-0. Who knows? I'm probably getting ahead of myself. But yeah, the Bears definitely control their own destiny, and there's some reason for optimism this morning.
Time for fans maybe just kind of pull the hand back from that panic button.
Yeah, just for a second.
All right.
Let's breathe.
Dan Katz, always good to see you, man.
Who do you point the finger to most?
Oh, we're pointing it at everyone. It's a fire everyone type of morning at Hallis Hall. You think we're having a bad morning? Those guys are having a lot worse of a morning. But yeah, a lot of disappointment. The defense was okay, not great, but you don't expect them to be great. The offense is underachieving, and the special teams is bad as usual.
Right, well, that pretty much sums it up.
Mark Trestman, for what he has been billed as, should be able to figure out a defense like that.
All right, final question then. How do you right the ship? You know, in the Dan Katz, you know, sort of let's look at this half glass full sort of, mind. What are we looking at here?
So I'm an optimistic guy by nature. You have to be as a Cubs fan. So I'm saying 4-4 by the bye.
Okay.
The Bears have a chance.
With us, and what the heck happened to the Broncos? You picked them, I picked them. What's the deal?
Time for me to eat crow. I told everyone last week, take the Broncos -2. I messed up. I took Emeka Okafor. I messed up. So that's on me.
Clip, all right. Before the game, a little anxious to get the coin flip going. Of course, looked pretty nice in that fur coat. Don't you have that same fur coat?
I have the same coat. I think Joe Namath still thinks it's 1965. I love it though because Peyton Manning, the talk all week was Peyton Manning, Peyton Manning, Peyton Manning. Joe Namath shows up and reminds everyone who's the alpha dog.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've had some trouble finishing games. The Blackhawks obviously are supposed to be our one saving grace for Chicago sports. But I think this is kind of to be expected. The prop bet that I think everyone needs to take is Jacob Tamme to score the first touchdown. That's plus 2,000 on the sports book.
So explain that to people how that works.
So if Jacob Tamme scores the first touchdown and you bet $100, you're going to walk away with $2,000.
That's a good return on your investment.
So I'm going to look like a genius next Monday when I come in here, or I just won't come in here and no one will know.
Well, the question is, are you putting your money where your mouth is? Are you putting a couple of
Always
moves on that?
Always. I take the coin flip. Tails never fails. The under in the national anthem, and I like the Gatorade bath being blue this year because both teams have a little blue in them.
That's what I love about this, the prop bets. You can have some fun with that. All right, Dan Katz, we'll see if he's going to have a fat wallet come up on next Monday. Always a pleasure to have you, man.
Thanks. All right, so on Monday, Roy Hibbert chugged a Gatorade in about four and a half seconds. Yesterday, someone on Twitter said that I couldn't beat that. See how it goes. Pretty sure I crushed that one.